Hello everyone, welcome to Engineered. So this is the fifth part of the discussion of the building materials objectives. So let's start. Wrought iron is used for structural works in beams, small sized water pipes, columns and structures, none of these. So the answer here is small sized water pipes. If you see here in the wrought iron used for small sized water pipes, it is clearly written. So the answer is small sized water pipes. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Corrugated sheet iron is made by passing plain sheets between grooved rollers. Strength and stiffness of corrugated sheets are considerably increased. Corrugated sheets are generally used on slanting roof. All of the above. We see here these are formed by passing steel sheet through grooves and usually galvanized and for the roof covering. So our answer will be all of the above. The process of mixing clay, water and other ingredients to make brick is known as kneading, right? The type of steel used for precision leveling is what? It is inbar, right? If you see here, inbar is a high nickel steel alloy with 36% of nickel, right? So it is used for pendulum clocks and other precision instrument, and it also has very small coefficient of thermal expansion. So answer is inbar. Formula for quick lime is CaCO3 CaOH2 and something CO3 CO2, right? So none of these. So if you see here, this is the question from our book. Previously the answer was, the confusion was between confusion was in A, but we know that CO is quicklime, right? So there is no option in COS, so our answer will be none of these. And previously the answer was given as CaCO3, but now the answer has been updated in the book of Agor in the newer version, and the answer now is option number D. So websites are yet to be corrected. These websites still giving the answer are still giving the answer as CaCO3 and CaCO3, but the answer is what? None to these and none to these are correct answers. The process of decarbonizing the pig iron completely and then adding proper percentage of carbon for manufacturing steel is cementation process, right? So if you see in the cementation process, by this process pig iron is completely decarbonized into an almost pure wrought iron and then converted into steel by adding proper percentage of carbon. So this particular cementation process gives us what? Blister steel, right? And it is full of fissures and cavities. This is also important. Okay, answer is cementation process. The maximum quantity of calcium chloride used as an accelerator in cement in percentage by weight of cement is 2%, right? If it is greater than 2%, it acts as what? Retarders. So let's see. Remember, gypsum is retarder. Retarders increase the setting time. Calcium chloride is most used accelerator. Accelerators accelerates the initial set. But if it is more than 2%, it acts as retarder. So the limit is 2%. Same applies to triethanolamine. Normally it acts as accelerator, but if greater than 0.06%, acts as retarder. The answer is 2. Which one of the following polymers is obtained from condensation polymerization? If you see here, condensation polymerization, in this method low molecular substances are removed from the high molecular substances formed from a large number of identical or different molecules. The reaction proceeds with the evolution of ammonia, hydrogen, chloride and other similar low molecular substances. This is directly asked in objective question as well. So I am reading these lines. So the polymers obtained by this method are phenol formaldehyde, carbamide and melamine formaldehyde. So if you see here, the answer is all of the above: phenol formaldehyde, carbamide, melamine formaldehyde. The portion of the cut to form angles other than right angles in plan is known as, so it is squint bricks, right? So this kind of bricks. So it is squint bricks. The moisture content in a well seasoned timber is 10 to 12%, right? So if you see here, a well seasoned piece of wood may contain about 10 to 12% moisture, right? So here also the answer is 10 to 12%. Cement becomes unsound by the presence of sulfur, magnesia, lime and all of the above. So all of the above is the answer, right? Lime makes the cement unsound, and free lime and magnesia here, and sulfur, if it is in excess amount, it causes cement to be unsound. All of these is the answer. For 1 cubic meter of brick masonry, number of bricks required is 500, right? The process is as follows. The nominal size of brick, it is according to IS size, right? So 20 centimeter, 20, 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter. Nominal size is a modular size plus adding the motor size, right? So thickness of the motor. Volume of one brick is around 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, and the 1 by, in 1 meter cube it is 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Answer is 500. The answer is 500. Rapid hardening cement contains what? Tricalcium silicate, right? So answer is tricalcium silicate. In order of increasing percentage of silica, the correct sequence is, if you see here, the options are sandy, calcareous pure, calcareous pure sandy, calcareous. If you see here, in the calcareous it is silica is 35%, and in the pure clay it is 50, and in sandy it is 66%. So calcareous pure and sandy is the answer. 35, 50 and 66, right? Which of the following timbers is used for making sports good? If you see here in the mulberry, it is used for making sports goods. So answer is mulberry. The stones obtained by blastings are used as ballast in railways, aggregates for concrete, road metal, all of the above. So if you see here, so stones obtained by blasting are usually of same size, and they are used as ballast in railways, aggregate for concrete, and road metal, etc. So answer is all of the above. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Acid test is done to find out the weathering quality of stones. Attrition test is done to find out the rate of wear of stones which are used in road construction. The crossing test is done to find the compressive strength of the stone. All of the above. We see here, acid test, it is done for the check the weathering quality, and for the attrition test, the rate of wear of stones which are used in road construction. And then for the crossing test, it is used, with the help of this test, compressive strength of stone is found out, right? So answer is all of the above. Mastic asphalt. So mastic asphalt, option A is waterproof, fireproof and elastic, and all of the above. So if you see here, it is waterproof, fireproof, easily applied and elastic to some extent, right? So answer is all of the above. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Lime is available in free state. So this is wrong, right? So lime is not available in free state. It is available in the form of limestone or so. And option number B, lime is available by dissolving calcium carbonate in water. No, it is available by calcination, right? So here C is right. Lime is available by calcining calcium carbonate 900 or 800 degrees Celsius. Lime is nothing but calcium chloride. No, it is CaO, right? Quick lime is CaO. So we see here, lime is in free state, is not found in nature, and it is it is manufactured by calcination, and then CaO is quick lime. The answer is C. The frog of the brick in a brick masonry is generally kept on what? Top face, right? So frogs on top. Also, the purpose of providing frog is to form a key for holding the mortar, and therefore the bricks are laid with frogs on top. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Roasting is not necessary if iron ore is an oxide. Impurities float on the molten iron and slag. The slag contains lime about 45% and all of the above. If you see here, roasting is not necessary if the ore be an oxide, and then if you see here, slag floats on the surface of molten iron, and the slag has the following composition. Lime is 45%. Similarly, silica is 35% and aluminate 12%, and the remaining are magnesia, calcium sulfate, ADC, right? So lime is 45%. All of the answer is correct. So answer is all of the above. For obtaining vinyl chloride acetate, the method used is, options are addition polymerization, condensation polymerization, copolymerization, and a none to these. So for obtaining from the exam beta, it is given as C, copolymerization, and in the augur it is also given as copolymerization. So answer is copolymerization. With what compressed steel is obtained when molten steel is subjected to a pressure of 9 kg per mm square. If you see here, in with what compressed steel, it is obtained when molten steel is subjected to a pressure of 9 kg per mm square, right? So thereby gases expelled, cavities closed off, and strength is greatly increased. So it is used for rivets and boring tools, guns, parts of machines, etc., right? Answer is 9 kg per mm square. The normal consistency of ordinary Portland cement is around about 30%. The answer is 30%, right? Lacquer is well paint, distemper, spirit varnish, none to this. So answer is here spirit varnish. So if you see here, lacquers or spirit varnish is given. So like spirit varnish are lacquers. Plaster of Paris is obtained by calcining what? Gypsum, right? So if you see here, gypsum is, if calcinated at 150 degrees Celsius, it gives us plaster of Paris, that is half hydrate gypsum, CaSO4 dot half H2O. The answer is gypsum. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The lime in excess makes the cement unsound and causes the cement to expand and disintegrate. This is correct. The silica in excess makes the sound stronger, but its setting time also increases. This is also correct. The excess amount of alumina weakens the cement. This is also correct. So our answer will be all of the above. If you see here, CaO controls strength and soundness. If deficiency reduces the strength and setting time, right? And if you see in SiO2 gives strength, excess of it causes slow setting, and if you see in the alumina, it is lowers the strength. So answer is all of these. Priming consists of 1 part of white lead, 8 parts of chalk, and 4 parts of twice boiled linseed oil. B number 8 parts of white lead, 1 parts of chalk, and 4 parts of twice boiled linseed oil. And C is 1 part of white lead, 8 parts of chalk, and 1 part of the linseed oil known to these. So answer here, if you see, it may consist of 1 part of the white lead to 8 parts of the chalk and mixed with 4 parts of the twice boiled linseed oil. So 1, 8 and 4. 1, 8, 1, 8 and 4, right? So answer is 1, 8 and 4. Option number A. The coefficient of hardness of stone used in road work should be greater than what? 17, right? So if you see here, coefficient of hardness in hardness test should be greater than 17 for stone to be used in road work. Manganese steel are non-magnetic, possesses high electrical resistance, possesses low coefficient of expansion, and all of these. The answer is all of the above. If you see here, manganese steels are non-magnetic, have high electrical resistance and low coefficient of thermal expansion, right? So answer is all. The most commonly used base for timber painting is what? Timber painting is white lead, right? So if you see in white lead, it is most suitable for wood surfaces. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Adding 5 to 6% of moisture content by weight increases the volume of dry sand and from 18 to 38%. The bulking of fine sand is more than that of coarse sand. If the percentage content of moisture exceeds 10%, increase in bulk of sand starts increasing, and all of the above. The answer is all of the above. It is given in the book of what? Agor. And the extra question here is the volume of fully saturated sand equals to that of dry sand. That is also correct, right? So all of the above is the answer. So pick up the correct statement from the following. For thin structures subjected to wetting and drying, the water cement ratio should be 0.45. For mass concrete structures subjected to wetting and drying, the water ratio should be 0.55. For thin structure which remain continuously under water, the water cement ratio by weight should be 0.55, and all of the above. If you see here, for structure which are regularly wetting and drying, water cement ratio by weight should be 0.45 and 0.55 for thin sections and mass concrete respectively. So 0.45 is for thin section, this is for thin section, and this is for mass concrete. For structures which are continuously under water, water cement ratio by weight should be 0.55 and 0.65, right? So first is 0.45 and 0.55, another is 0.55 and 0.65. So these two are for the one is thin and one is mass, and one is thin and one is mass, but this is for alternate drying and wetting, and these are for the continuously under water, right? So our answer, and this is the question from the book of Agor. So E is the answer. All of the above is the answer. Quartzite is a metamorphic rock, right? So it is from sandstone and it is metamorphic rock. It has high weather resisting property also. The plastics made from cellulose resins are as clear as glass, are tough and strong, possess excellent electrical characteristics or properties, all of the above. You see here in cellulose, plastics are made from cellulose are as clear as glass, they are tough and strong, they possess excellent electrical properties also. The answer is all of the above. Polymerization helps to improve the property of what? Strength, rigidity, elasticity, all of the above. If you see here, the properties such as strength, rigidity, elasticity are considerably improved by polymerization, right? So answer is all of these. For filling cracks in masonry structures, this type of bitumen used is plastic bitumen, right? We see in the plastic bitumen, it is used for filling cracks in masonry structures. Expanded metal is manufactured from steel sheets used for reinforced concrete in road pavements, used in terms of SWM and LWM, all of the above. If you see here in the expanded metal, it is manufactured from steel sheets, and it is largely used for reinforced concrete in roads, and it is measured in terms of SWM short way mesh and LWM long way mesh. All of the above is the answer. Pick up the plutonic rock from the following: granite, dolerite, basalt, all of the above. So plutonic rock here is granite, right? And this dolerite is hyperbasalt rock and basalt is volcanic rock, right? Plutonic rock, if you see, granite is a leading example of this type of rock. The portion of the brick without a triangular corner equal to half the width and half the length is known as what? king closure, right? So if you see in the king closure, it is obtained by cutting the triangular piece between the center of one end and the center of the other side. So the figure is here. So answer is king closure. Cement is said to be of good quality if its color is not greenish gray. So for the good quality, it should be greenish gray, right? And one feels cool by thrusting one's hand in the cement bag. This is also correct, right? Otherwise, if there is a greater in temperature, then it somewhat infer to the chemical reaction between water and the cement, as it is exothermic reaction. It can infer this particular reaction as well. So I think the option number B is correct. A handful of cement thrown into a bucket of water does not float. So I think this particular is somewhat or you can say debatable, because if you see here, it should be for the color it should be light greenish shade, right? And if you see in the physical properties, if a small quantity of cement is thrown in a bucket of water, it should sink and should not float on the surface. It is given as that, but it's certain for the certain initial time it should float, and only then it should be sinking, right? It is seen here. Let's see here. In this book also it is written as a handful of cement thrown into a bucket of water would not float but sink. According to this particular book and the previous one, the answer is it should sink, right, not float. But if you see in the book of this if you see here in this book, R.K. Rajput, a handful of cement thrown into a bucket of water should float in case of cement is of good quality. So it should float in case of good quality, and it sinks if contains impurities. So if you see here, this is the question from Agor. Cement is said to be of good quality if its color is not greenish gray. This is wrong. This is right. It is not smooth when rubbed in fingers. This is wrong, because it needs to be smooth, right? A handful of cement thrown into a bucket of water does not flow. It should float, right? It should float for some times. If you consider the book of R.K. Rajput, but if you consider the previous book, previous two books reference, then the answer is quite debatable. So I think the answer should be B, but our book has given the answer as option number E. This one is the answer. The silica is for preparing silica bricks, coke oven, lining of glass furnace, all of these. If you see here in the silica, it is used for preparing silica bricks, coke oven, and lining for glass furnaces. Also, one of the important thing to remember is the silica melts at 1730 degrees Celsius, that is 1730 degrees Celsius. This will be directly asked in the MCQs. So answer is all of the above. The timber having maximum resistance against white ants is obtained from cheer, sisam, sal, and teak. So if you see here, this question is from the Agor. This question is from the Agor. In the book of Agor, it is given as sisam. And I think the confusion has started from this particular book, because most of them follow most of the websites and other people blindly support this Agor. So MCQ Mate has also given the answer as sisam, and another PDF also given as sisam. But if you see here it is nowhere mentioned about this sisam. Very few good timbers such as teak, sal, etc. can resist the attacks of wind. If the answer was sisam, I think the first one should be mentioned is sisam, right? But there is no sisam. Also, for this particular question, the wood that cannot be attacked by white ants is teak. There is no confusion because here is no sisam, right? But if you see from the book of the Made Easy Indian, and it is asked in 2017 in SSC, the timber having maximum resistance against white ant is obtained from, it is given as teak despite the presence of sisam, right? So it says that teak wood by its composition has some percentage of natural oils that repel termites, white ants, and other bugs. So it is up to you. And also from the textbook.com, it is also given as teak. The answer is teak. So I think the book of Agor has created confusion among the students and among the teacher as well. So it is up to you what you like to tick. Duco is one of the patent forms of, right? So the question is, Duco is one of the patent forms of cellulose paints is the answer. If you see in the cellulose paint, the trade names are spray paint, Duco, etc. Right? And another important thing to remember about cellulose paint is it is being very costly. Its use is restricted to painting cars, ships and aeroplanes only. The answer is cellulose paints. Quartzite or metamorphic stone is hard, brittle, crystalline, all of the above. If you see here, in the quartzite, it is hard, brittle, crystalline, right? So our answer will be all of the above. If water required for 1 bag of cement is 30 liters, the water cement ratio is, so 1 bag of cement, the weight of 1 bag of cement is 50 kg, right? And amount of water is 30 liters, right? And that is 30 kg. 30 liters of water is 30 kg. So water cement ratio is 30 by 50, that is 0.60. So our answer is 0.60. A piece of timber whose thickness and width are respectively 5 cm and 10 cm is called strip, right? The percentage of water for normal consistency is 20 to 30% in this case. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The baked earth is called terracotta. The articles prepared from clay which is burnt at low temperature and cooled down slowly are called earthenware. The articles prepared from refractory clays which are mixed with stone and cross pottery are known as stoneware, all of the above. So if you see here, terracotta means baked earth, and the earthenware is used to indicate wares or articles prepared from clay which is burnt at low temperature and cooled down slowly. And for the stoneware, it is used to indicate wares or articles prepared from refractory clays which are mixed with the stone and cross pottery. So answer is all of the above. In a rock, calcium carbonate predominates. State whether it is calcareous rock, right? In the calcareous rock, in these rocks, calcium carbonate predominates. The cracks which extend from bark towards the sharp wood in the cross section of this tree are called star shake, right? We see in the star shake, these are cracks which extend from bark towards the sap wood. That means it starts from the here bark and it goes toward the soft sapwood, and it mostly confines to the sapwood. So answer is star shakes. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.